Siema, z tej strony Germanu z kanału RaczejKonsolowo i pora na kolejny, ostatni z trzech, czy trzy ostatnie materiały z tegorocznego Summer Games Fest, czyli nie E3. I dziś będę oglądał Guerrilla Collective, nazywa się, jest to trzecia edycja tego wydarzenia. A żeby wam opowiedzieć, co to jest po prostu showcase indyków. Są takie trzy właściwie, znaczy jest cztery, bo jeszcze jest Day of the Devs. Ale jest Guerrilla Collective, jest Future Games Show i jest Wholesome Direct, chyba tak to się nazywa. I każdy z nich, jeszcze Devolver można chyba w sumie tak powiedzieć, jako tam showcase indyków, chociaż to jest bardziej wydawca. Anyway, 2 godziny indyków za indykiem, a nie bardzo wiem, jak różnią się jakby te showcase'y, jak są gry wybierane do Guerrilla Collective'u, jak są wybierane do Future Games Show. Na pewno Wholesome Direct jest najbardziej specyficzny z nich, ale to o nim powiem, jak już będę go oglądał. Natomiast bez oczekiwań, zawsze jestem zaskakiwany tymi grami. Nie wszystkie są na playkę, większość z nich wychodzi oczywiście na pecety, ale z czasem potem jest portowana na PlayStation, więc generalnie warto sobie to obejrzeć, żeby zobaczyć, co też deweloperzy niezależni mają po prostu w planach na przyszły rok i w ogóle na przyszłość, więc timer tutaj wybija 0 sekund. I
Been a long time coming.
It has.
We've been sitting here with these masks.
I'm over the masks.
2 years.
2 years.
When we started this G3 stuff, this Guerrilla Collective GC stuff, I mean, we had to rock these.
Yeah.
But I think it's about time.
It's about time to take them off.
Let's take these off and let's get right into it, people. What is happening, everyone? Welcome
Właśnie
to
się dziwiłem, że
GC3,
siedzą w tych
Guerrilla
maskach
Collective
dalej.
3 Summer Showcase, the least pretentious showcase you will see this summer. That hat trick, the three-peat, the menage. Anyway, I'm your host, Justin Woodward, co-founder of The Mix, the Media Indie Exchange, and Terabang Entertainment, and advisor of the Black Game Developer Fund, as well as Black Voice of Gaming. I'm with my amazing co-host, the Green-Eyed Bandit, can't stand it, Candace McKinney. How's it going, Candy?
It's going great, Justin. I am so happy to be here co-hosting GC3 and kicking off the summer with everybody.
Really kick it off tough. The Guerrilla Collective was created because everything was fragmented in terms of the press and event organization during the zombie apocalypse of 2020. So we decided to come together, organize, and deploy showcases with our fellow independent hustlers in the game industry, and add some flavor and style to the industry to give folks a creative jolt during the chaos.
Teraz trochę wytłumaczenia, skąd się wzięło to GC.
We are carrying on the tradition of organization with these showcases with leading game studios, publishers, and industry leaders independently to share announcements, gameplay reveals, updates, and drops from studios of all sizes.
Całkiem nieźle radzi sobie z czytaniem z ekranu.
So this week we started Black Voices in Gaming, and today we will blow things up with GC3, showcasing a wide range of games, and then we'll hand it off to our friends over at Wholesome Games for their Wholesome Direct showcase. Later on this week, we'll have the GC 3.5, where we're going to share some fresh games that are crispy and lit.
They're going to be mad, crispy, but not burnt. Before we get
Nie,
started,
tego 3,5 już nie będę oglądał. To wygląda na coś po prostu jako extended.
Our fellow devs and publishers, 11-Bit Acapora, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games, Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, Wire Productions. Also, salute to the developers who played a role in the showcase. They have contributed their games and resources to make this possible.
And once again, you guys, we've teamed up with the fine folks at Valve to showcase our stream on their platform in order to support the devs. Be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective 3 event page on Steam, where you can learn more about the games, buy games that are available now, or add them to your wish list.
No dobra, nie dziwię się, że trwa to 2 godziny.
These wish lists really help the devs, so let's do it.
Definitely check out the wish list.
No i że choć też czaję, dlaczego mówią o tych wszystkich rzeczach. I w sumie zastanawiam się, jak to będzie wyglądało, kiedy E3 wróci, bo w przyszłym roku ma wrócić.
We are trying something out new this time around. We're going to be doing key drops through QR codes randomly during the showcase. So please have your phones ready to grab some codes from the Guerrilla Collective GC3. Also, let's say hello to our Mixed Master Guerrilla Squad partners who are co-streaming today. You all are amazing. Be sure to check out all of the great reactions and commentary from them. let's get started with the first set of games that go OD this summer, beginning with a hardcore soul seeker simulation, a soul-like action RPG, as well as some up-and-coming games and a few exclusive surprises on the horizon for release. Let's get started.
I can't
Czyli na
wait.
razie gry tylko z tego lata, tak? Które wychodzą.
All squads report in. Helos ready for takeoff.
Tutaj naprawdę dziwne gry będą pokazywane.
Mayday, mayday, we've been hit.
No, takie trochę Dead Nation.
Hey, what's up?
O nie, ale te modele. Oba. Bankowo nie zapamiętam tytułów tych gier, więc nie będę nawet robił jakiegoś post materiału. Tylko od razu będę komentował, jeżeli coś mi wejdzie w oko. Jak na przykład to ma bardzo ładny art style. Deck builder? Budowanie soul linków, jak w Personie, z tubylcami. Czas mija, plus 10 stresu. Tu nawet fajnie wyglądało. Zabawa i czasem, i taki trochę symulator, czy tam sim game. Layers of Fear. Nie, no, żartuję. Jesus. To wygląda bardzo ciekawie. I od razu w takim zwiastunie pokazują kluczową mechanikę, dlaczego jest fajna. No to jest ciekawe. Ach, słyszałem o tym. Na razie tylko na Steamie, ale pewnie z czasem. Team Ugly. Trochę jak ten Super Meat Boy, Team Meat. Ach, to jest to, o tym dosyć cisza była. To się chyba nawet pojawiło w jakimś State of Play, jeśli się nie mylę. Mhm. Wygląda na fajny, na ten, dobry fan. Kamera. No tu będzie coś dla fanów starych RPGów, CRPGów. Chciałem powiedzieć, że coś mi to przypomina, ale teraz nie powinien sobie nazwy przypomnieć. Coś na T. No, że na Gogu wychodzi, to mnie akurat nie dziwi, taka gra właśnie dla gogowiczów wygląda.
Has come such a long way and is looking really impressive. I remember when that game just got started. Looking forward to checking that out, as well as Boundaries, shooting folks in space. What?
Coming up next, we're going to get serious with some games that may scare you a little, and then transition to some more narrative-driven situations that might make you contemplate life. We got a full roller coaster of emotions coming up. Let's go.
Let's go.
Jakie to jest straszne, tak? Trochę taki Resident, chciałem powiedzieć. O, jest i stomp. Kolejny taki Dead Space. No, pojechali na wszystkie platformy. Ładny pixel art. Dead Space tylko z takiego izometrycznego. Trochę mi przypomina Fear Effect. Tak ze stylu. No to też ciekawe jest. Hello Neighbor 2 to jest? Albo kontynuacja ten. Greywood High. Bardzo mi to przypominało Hello Neighbor.
She's playing with my mind. There is no fucking escape.
It is still unknown if she was under the influence of any drugs, or if it was actually a witchcraft ritual as indicated by the evidence found at the scene. Suggesting the latter, police officers found books at the scene containing strange symbols, candles, dead animal. So far, his left leg and 3 fingers have not been found. The first victim was her own 75-year-old father. Madison mutilated his body in such a way that
Jak zaraz coś wyskoczy, to wyłączam materiał.
body was found to be hours later, Madison continued to mutilate her body before disposing of it.
Ej, ja nie bez powodu nie gram w takie gry. Hej, mój rocznik!
This is impossible. This place didn't look like this a second ago. Chains? Maybe I can break them with something.
Aż tak mu się srać chce.
What the hell am I doing?
Za Chiny ludowe bym w to nie grał.
The doorbell. I gotta get to the front door.
W życiu. O, kolejna gra w takim tym stylu graficznym, który tak jakby ma imitować te PS1. To teraz jest modne. Czyżby się tak samo... Ciekawe, czy... Bo tam było coś o tym, żeby nie odwracać oczu, czy coś takiego. Ciekawe, czy robią ten sam mek jak ta gra, która się postępowała tylko wtedy, kiedy się mrugało.
Walter?
A to widziałem z tymi robotami. Czy to nie jest ta cała industria?
Just it's not the end.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Just stay here. Stay for him. No
Oh my god, is this right?
one's high enough. 'Cause you're making for the other.
Industria, to już gdzieś widziałem nieraz. Tylko na next geny. Ekskluzywny indyk.
Hey guys, it's Carol from 11B Studios. I'm glad to be back at Guerrilla Collective because we've been pretty busy for the last 2 years. So first of all, I would like to introduce Luke Whitaker from State of Play, the creators of South of the Circle, because they would like to tell you more about how they
proszę.
are creating games.
Nasi.
I'm Luke Whitaker. I'm creative director of State of Play. We made South of the Circle, which is a narrative adventure game set in Antarctica in the 1960s. We decided on such an unusual setting because I was fascinated by the surreal beauty of Antarctica. Our lead character, Peter's experience in Antarctica, remembering all his past, got me thinking about my own experiences, my own memories, and how my memories of past events are often different to other people's memories of that event. And I got looking into the science of it and realized that what we're doing when we are accessing memories, we're taking them out, we're thinking about them, experiencing them. When they go back, they may be slightly altered. And so over a period of time, we may have completely different memories of an event, and maybe we have a family member who has been telling the same story for 20 years, and it's now very different to the first story they told. We wanted to tell the story about power and the individual, and how these big powers can affect our lives. But the more we worked on this story, the more it became apparent this was a story about the individual and the individual choices we make. And we realized
No tak, bo 11B to nie tylko jest studio, ale też wydawca, tak?
all
Czy,
those small emotional decisions we make.
czyli oni teraz wydają tą grę, to nie jest dewelopowana w Polsce.
Yeah, I want to make people think and feel something. And in South of the Circle, we look at what are the far-reaching consequences of your childhood. And this is why I think video games are a fascinating medium. South of the Circle was a very emotional game to create. It's an emotional game to play. And soon you'll be able to experience this for yourself on consoles and PC.
South of the Circle is the future for us, but it doesn't mean we forget about our past. For me, as one of the creators, it's hard to believe that it's been almost 8 years since the release of This War of Mine, and we've been pretty busy. doing
Tak
it.
naprawdę oni tym
So let me
wypłynęli.
introduce Paweł Miechowski, who'll tell you more about it.
Final Cut.
This War of Mine is an extraordinary game about civilians in war trying to survive the war. Released originally in 2014 on PC. and Final
By the way,
Cut
ten gościu
is
wcześniej mi tak
ultimate
przypomina
version
mojego
of the
kumpla.
game, released only a month ago on current gen consoles.
Piotrek, jeśli to oglądasz, to pewnie wiesz, że chodziło o ciebie.
The game is special on many layers. I mean, it speaks about human dignity in very inhuman times. Imagine being put in a war-torn city where you have to deal with lack of everything: food, medication, treatment, dealing with constant danger. In such horrible times, it takes a lot of cost and heavy effort to stay human. And this War of Mine speaks exactly about it. This War of Mine Final Cut has got a lot of content comparing to the old gen version, a content unavailable in that one. New civilians, new scenarios, new locations, so practically the game is a few times bigger comparing to the old one. And I need to stress out that in the game there is no tutorial. And you may ask why? It's simple, because in war, no one would tell you how to survive. Since 2014, we've been
Nie wiem, czy
constantly
chciałbym
developing
w obecnych
new
okolicznościach w to grać.
story-driven scenarios, a lot of free updates, a ton of content, including even charity content that was directed specifically towards gathering funds for War Child in this case. And lately we've organized donation for Ukrainian Red Cross just by selling the game, and we amounted $1 million almost. So actually,
Nie wiem, czy
this
wybór
reminder is a
polskiego
great example
Czerwonego
that
Krzyża był dobry.
a game can make a change and be that way something more than just a game.
Biorąc pod uwagę, jaki wycinek tej kasy
That's always
Czerwony
that
Krzyż
way,
bierze
but
dla
I hope
siebie.
you like it. And having an opportunity to be here, I would like to thank you all for supporting 11 for so many years.
Ciekawe, czy Moonlightera
Thanks to you
kiedyś zrobią
that we
kontynuację.
were able to achieve so many great things. And while speaking about great things, there's actually one more to come, and it's right around the corner. So be sure to follow up 11 Studios news in upcoming days, because you're gonna like it, trust me.
No spoko. Fajnie się 11 bici co pokazali.
Hello, I'm Jörg Tittel, and I'm the writer and director of The Last Worker, a first-person narrative adventure centered around our struggle in an increasingly automated world.
I'm Ryan Bousfield, I run Wolf and Wood, and we're bringing The Last Worker to PC, console, and VR platforms in
Fajna
2020.
cel-shadingowa
The
ten
Last
grafika.
Worker puts you into the body, the mind, and the seat of Kurt, the last human worker at Youngle Fulfillment Center 1, the largest such facility on Earth, the size of the sunken city of Manhattan. And you've been there for 25 years, you've never made a single mistake, which is why you still have your job, and that's why everyone else has lost theirs.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle, but remember, here at Youngle, time waits for no man.
You can say that again.
It's easy to marvel at the wonders of Youngle.
Stop.
But of course you're not entirely alone in the game. There's Skew, your only friend and cobot, played by Jason Isaacs, who you might know from Harry Potter, Star Trek Discovery, Death of Stalin, Olafur Dari Olafsson, Zelda Williams, David Hewlett, Claire Hope Ashity, and Tommy Earl Jenkins. We've got an incredible cast.
This area should be off limits.
At Youngle, there are no limits.
So you start out doing the day-to-day work of Kurt.
Oby budżet na
dispatching products, you're
ciekawe
keeping
nazwiska
up with
w
the robots. Obviously,
załodze
this is not a work
nie
simulator.
pochłoną za
You're soon
dużo.
contacted by a group of activists called Spear. They want you to kind of delve
Widziałem
deeper
już takie
into
gry, w
the
których brał
facility.
udział
They
Sting,
want you to take on this espionage,
a które
work
potem
on stealth light
niestety
gameplay, where you do have to go to
Crash
these
and
zones
Burn.
where
Nie
you're
mam lepszego
not
polskiego
supposed to be.
odpowiednika,
And so
ale
you've got to delve deeper, picking up tools and weapons later on to access these areas. So you're always going to have that push and pull between the activists and Kurt's pride in his day-to-day job.
Don't worry, she won't hurt you. Again, right? Hoverbird?
I can't promise anything.
It's a story and world rich with drama and even the occasional moments
O
of
Jesus,
horror.
wygląda jak ten, jak ta małpa z NFT, ten
It's
gościu.
important for us to build a world that you actually want to inhabit. We wanted to make something that is crafted with love and full of color. We have been working with Mick McMahon, the incredible comics legend and co-creator of Judge Dredd, on designing these characters in the world with him, and I hope you will enjoy the very unique look of our game.
At Youngle, nothing.
The game is packed with so many surprises and crazy cool moments. We just cannot wait for you to play it later this year.
No, jestem ciekaw. Meta Quest 2. Ciekawe, że będzie wersja VR w takim razie, na PSVR-kę.
Justin, remember, the Frigidaire is red. You can't take your eyes off of it.
I mean, you don't have to ask me thrice. You know what? Signalis is also looking slick with its old school PlayStation textures and gritty yet smooth, ominous style. Such awesome, like, gritty games.
That's true. To loosen things up, you guys don't have to worry about staring at a crimson icebox. We've got some upbeat style arcade titles coming at you. Let's shred right into it.
Shred it.
doceniam to, że jeśli już zaczęli pokazywać te gry, to już mają do minimum, ten jakby ograniczają te wstawki przegadane. O, SSX wraca. Dosyć dziwaczny pomysł, jeśli chodzi o te zwierzęta. Grafika ciekawa. Cassette Beasts. Ekskluzyw na Xboxie. To jest beat'em up jakiś? Na to wygląda. Fajne animacje. A, ołówek to jest, dobra. Ołówek i pióro, teraz widzę. Switch, Xbox. Jednak na razie nic takiego, co bym powiedział, że o, to będę śledził dalej i oczekiwał. Coś muzycznego. Jakaś muzyczna gra, tak? O tworzeniu dźwięków i muzyki.
Justin. Justin. Justin!
What? I'm trying to play Witch and Whiz here. What? Candy?
Please put down the handheld. I have a really special surprise for you.
Okay, you have my undivided attention now.
Good. Good. Because next up, we're going to go back to the future and share some neo-retro games.
Najgorzej, kiedy są takie udawane wstawki, to już jest cringe level hard. Jak oni wpadają na ten pomysł? No, to ja będę udawał, że gram i wtedy ty mnie uderzysz
Oh, it will be.
O, to jest taki sam cringe jak ten gościu, który niby grał w Halo, czy oglądał Halo podczas The Game Awards. Ten gościu z tego filmu Marvela, Shang-Chi chyba. Umierałem po prostu z cringe'u, który tam wtedy się wylewał. Tak. Shredder Revenge to wygląda super. Podobno jest naprawdę super. Ale chaos, ja cię kręcę. A jak się gra w 6, to podobno jest jeszcze bardziej. No właśnie, 6 bohaterów. Ale widziałem jak Sunhi Legend gra z tą reporterką i fajnie to wygląda, naprawdę ta gra jest fajna. Choć jeśli chodzi o oprawę, to chyba bardziej jest, choć to jest oczywiście pixel art, który jest bardzo ładny, to chyba bardziej wydaje mi się, że robi na mnie wrażenie ten Streets of Rage najnowszy, bo chyba 4. To taka pokazówka gameplayu, przypomnienie. Choć ten materiał leciał parę dni temu już, więc wtedy jeszcze chyba Shredder Revenge dopiero było tak jakby dzień przed premierem czy coś.
The rule of the Magi Lords is failing. Where now shall we place our faith?
Oh my god, jaka po prostu klasyczna grafika.
Or in the golden dead, to whom we offer prayers. Certainly not in the foul
Takie retro
of witches and lay sorcerers. No. This is our punishment. We woke the dragon, and for us there is no salvation.
Jesus. Okej, to już jest zbyt retro, nawet jak dla mnie. Okej. No okej, tak, graliśmy wszyscy w to. Już myślałem, że zrobią z tego tak jak z tego Tetrisa, ten Battle Royale na 100 graczy. faktycznie. Dobra. Okej. 25, dobra. Arkanoid. W sumie jest ładne logo. Na wszystko, co możliwe. O! Tu fani Castlevanii będą bardzo zadowoleni. O, zbroja jak w tym. O, fajne. To jest fajne. Naprawdę fajne. I pixelarcik nawet jest taki ciekawy. Plus te grafiki malowane też są oczywiście całkiem ładne. Jak to się zje? Nine Years of Shadows.
You're right, Candace. Thank you so much for karate chopping the handheld, because that was lit. Turtles in Time was my childhood right there. Can't wait for the Cowabunga collection. Shout out to Digital Eclipse. Also, Bats is out now, and you can pre-order the physical edition from Limited Run Games. I'm going to pick up all of those games when they are out of the oven.
I am too. Coming up next are some surprises that fall into our last category, but also add some new flex to the RPG and strategy genre as well. Let's menu dive into the next set of games, shall we?
We shall.
Czy to już będzie tak zawsze, że ona dużo mówi, a on kończy jednym zdaniem?
Welcome to WrestleQuest, the world's first pro wrestling RPG, and the sweatiest game here at the Guerrilla Collective Showcase. I'm Zach, the head of narrative here at Megacat Studios.
I'm Andy. I'm one of our senior designers.
And we've got some content here to show you that has never been seen before. So WrestleQuest includes real-world wrestling legends like Macho Man Randy Savage, Jeff Jarrett, Jake the Snake, and more. These guys appear as giant statues across the world map, with people coming from all over to pay tribute to these icons. These sites are also the starting point for side quests themed around each legend. Here on screen, Machacha Man and his friends are at the end of one of these quests. They've been investigating a strange cult of Wrestle Raiders that worship the Road Warriors. After a chase through the Mad Max-style wasteland, the quest comes to a head with a wrestling match against Hawk and Animal on the back of a speeding big rig. So each of these side quests themed around the real wrestling legends. Some of them you'll help the wrestlers, some of them you'll end up fighting them, like here. And no matter the outcome, they're always the key to the game's best move. So sometimes you'll get iconic gear or outfits from the wrestlers, other times you'll be able to summon them into battle. So I know some RPGs will let you summon dragons and monsters and whatnot, but only WrestleQuest will let you summon Jake the Snake to rip a DDT on your enemies. Or in this case, if you're able to beat the Road Warriors, you'll be able to summon them to do their Doomsday device on your foes. Andy, what's your favorite thing about the Road Warriors?
I love the fact that they can put their mohawks together to power up. they fit into each other very nicely.
It's important. It's important to have that type of symmetry. Speaking of working together, Andy's showing you some of our tag team maneuvers here. Muchacho Man and Toy Box Jimmy doing a blockbuster.
No fajne. I ten RPG taki pixel artowy dla fanów wrestlingu.
It's one more way you can customize how you play. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see the height meter. This is an indication of the crowd's engagement and interest in the fight. If you come in and you just spam the attack button, they'll get bored and that'll drain out and your enemies will get stronger. But if you approach the battle with a little bit more showmanship and creativity, that'll fill up and you'll start to get bonuses. You know, extra damage, extra loot, better loot, AP regeneration, it's all there.
Okej, teraz już powinien naładować na maksa? Nie. Okej, co teraz?
There's over 20 wrestling legends to see in WrestleQuest.
No, już myślałem, że użyją tego paska na dole do czegoś. Okej. Brzmi spoko.
Hey folks, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the core gameplay of Zoetti, our poker-based roguelike by Dusklight Games. In Zoetti, you've got all the ingredients that make a core roguelike experience. You play as one of a few different characters with their own unique play styles, as, you know, you fight your way through a number of battles before facing off against the boss. And every time you win a fight, you get a reward. You get more powerful before you face tougher challenges. You know, like, all of the stuff that makes for a good roguelike experience. When we get into skills and abilities that you're using to win
Ostatnio się
those
zastanawiałem,
battles, though,
dlaczego w Slay the Spire akurat wpakowałem tyle godzin, a nie w inne tytuły ostatnio, i to chyba właśnie przez to, że nie jest skomplikowany. Slay the Spire ma bardzo proste mechaniki, bardzo prosty gameplay. Poza tak naprawdę myśleniem o taktyce i o strategii podczas gry, to tak naprawdę więcej nie trzeba myśleć. I chyba dlatego właśnie jest spoko.
If you have 3 of a kind in hand, you can activate the skill tied to 3 of a kind. So here, I'm going to activate Boundless Battle Spirit, which buffs my damage a bunch. And then I'm going to activate it again, and then I'm going to hit a bunch of times with individual strikes. When you win a battle in Zoetti, you don't add more or different cards to your deck. That's always going to stay the same. Instead, you can add new skills, or level up your existing skills, or acquire.
Czyli deck zawsze zostaje taki sam, jeśli chodzi o karty. No tak, no bo jeżeli to ma być jakby na pokerze nam ten gra jakby zbudowana,
or a full house, or, you know, do you want something that's a little bit weaker but more readily available, like a single pair of cards that, you know, you're going to find that in basically every hand that you draw. And all of this is affected by the underlying statistics and modifiers of the game. You know, so for instance, hand size or the number of cards you draw per turn are statistics that you can invest in. You know, you keep all of the cards that you don't play on a turn, which means you can have 11, 12, 13 cards in hand, which gives you much better access to some of your
powerful
skills, like
ciekawe.
tied to a full house or a strength. You can also increase the amount that you draw per turn, allowing you to just kind of dump your hand every single turn for maximum tempo. And those are just 2 examples. There's plenty of cool, complex modifiers that, you know, you can pick up to enable really interesting builds for the game. Anyway, I think that's about as complicated as I'm willing to get for this video. For now, if you want to learn more about Zoetti, I'd recommend wishlisting us on Steam, since I'm going to be really showing off some of the deeper, more complex mechanics in the not-too-distant future. And, you know, that's probably the best
Zoety.
way to keep on top of things. I hope you have a really good time checking out the awesome titles at the Guerrilla Collective. And, you know, otherwise, I wish you the best of luck in your travels. Cheers.
Czy to już nie było jakiś czas temu? Co to jakiś taki szybki mashup gier? Czy to jest ten Sacrifier? Nie, to chyba nie jest ten Sacrifier. Jest taka gra z podobną grafiką Polaków, tej samej ekipy, która robiła Regalię. Nie, to nie jest to. Choć graficznie znowu jest blisko. Ale ten przeciwnik nie wyglądał ładnie. Wszystko ma taki fajny pixel art, ten przeciwnik był jakby tak wyciągnięty z jakiejś gry 3D. Znowu jakiś tytuł, którego wcześniej nie było.
You know, kid, the world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. If you want to be a hero here, just being good isn't enough. Because this world is ruled by greed. And greed is exactly what you need here.
No, w życiu bym nie wiedział, jak się poruszyć przez te piły.
So kill. And blow up. And loot.
Ktoś oglądał Mandaloriana i pomyślał sobie, facet w hełmie i bobas na plecach. Nie.
Hello everyone, I am Nana Moon, and this is Keylocker turn-based cyberpunk action. Keylocker is a turn-based tactical rhythm RPG taking place in a world without music, where you play as the illegal singer Bobo, her twin brother and hacker Dealer, and the jukebot drummer Rocket. We pick up with Dealer and Rocket searching for Bobo, who has been taken by the satellites, the ultimate authorities of Saturn. They have entered the droid factory, the domain of one of Saturn's satellites, Telesto, but the way forward is filled with dangerous foes. The combat of Keylocker takes place on a tactical grid, where every move must be considered. Plan your actions carefully, as each attack comes with its own field of damage. Timing your attack is crucial for survival, as every perfect hit brings you closer to victory and every miss closer to death.
No, spoko.
Some attacks will cause passive effects to appear on the grids. By using the plug modifier, the fabricant has spawned an electrical field on one of the tiles, recharging his EP every turn. Unfortunately, his life points are too low to take advantage of this strategic position. Luckily, Dealer has spent a long time preparing for this moment, holding keys to increase his progress on the skill tree. The droids are no match for his skill level. Rocket, however, was only recently given combat capabilities and could do with an upgrade. Let's take a look at his skill tree with the keys we have received from combat. The skill tree has 2 branches available, and each different class gets an unique one. You start at the top using keys to level up the talents until it unlocks the next one below it. Talents will increase your stats, let you add unique modifiers to attacks, add passive abilities or unlock new
Okej,
gear
taki
for use.
standardowy RPG, jeśli chodzi o
Progressing
tą
far enough
część.
down the skill tree will even let you cross your skill tree with another class, creating hybrid classes. More on that in the future. If you want to see more of Key Locker, head over to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist and follow. We will have a demo available there during the Summer of Gaming, so make sure to check that out. Thank you.
Ładnie graficznie, podoba mi się. O, to bym nawet grał. Nie wiem czemu grafika mi przypomina trochę tego Ragnaroka Online. No tutaj już nie. No spoko.
Wow, Justin, WrestleQuest looks fantastic. The nostalgia of those pixels brings me right back to playing Royal Rumble with my brother on the Genesis.
I feel you.
It also brings me back to some trauma.
Trauma?
Trauma, yeah. You know, my brother recorded over all of my high school cheerleading VHS tapes with episodes of Monday Night Raw.
That is so ridiculous.
It did, and it gave me a really bad relationship with wrestling, but there's something about WrestleQuest that's making me second-guess that, and I feel like I should really let all of this go.
You definitely should make that happen.
You know what, Joey? I love you, and I forgive you. Now I can move on with my life.
Great breakthrough, Candace. And now that that's all over, we can move on with our lives and the rest of the show. Candy, how can we support these devs and their games?
By the Steam event page, Justin. So everybody, be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective 3 event page on Steam.
Definitely support the devs.
Na razie z takich rzeczy, które mi się jakiś specjalnie zapamiętam, to tak. Było Cassette Beast chyba. Cassette Beast było. Potem co tam jeszcze było? Nine Nights of Shadow, czy Nine Years of Shadow, czy jakoś tak, to taka Castlevania ze zmiennymi strojami, to było spoko. Ten WrestleQuest wygląda na zabawną grę, o ile gdzieś tam fabuła gdzieś temu jakby dorówna. No, to właściwie gdzieś tam tyle, co na razie tak jakby zauważyłem. A to chyba gdzieś ostatnio widziałem i się zastanawiałem, że kurde, tak teraz wyglądają gry indie.
Making many significant choices that will change the destiny of the whole universe. Every journey will take her to 4 different worlds, each representing one of the natural elements. The one we are seeing right now is Wild, the planet of Air, which is composed of 5 completely different areas that will feature a scorching desert, this eerie mountain, a mystical river infested by evil spirits, and so much more. We've had a lot of fun creating intriguing characters with their own cultures and customs, alongside with colorful and vibrant environments that you get to explore in details thanks to an in-game zoom. All the planets that Hebril will visit during the game are actually inspired by real places and human cultures. For example, Puhav is strongly based on Chinese mythologies and settings, and this cute little lizard that we see here is called Yuki.
A, pamiętam,
He's
to też
from
miało
the
całkiem
sci-fi,
fajny
and he's also a
VO.
companion that will help us in combat while we uncover the secrets of this mysterious world. Speaking of fighting, Batora features two different combat styles that revolves around the main concept of the game, dualism. In her physical form, Avril will be able to use a sword to fight in melee, while in her mental form she'll be able to throw projectiles at enemies. Switching between them constantly during fight allows the player to adapt to every situation and change his strategy in a split second. This is important because every enemy inside Batora is divided into 3 different variations: physical, mental, and hybrid. So changing out combat style constantly is essential to emerge victorious. The nature switch mechanic is also used to solve many puzzles. For example, this one is a memory game that requires the player to listen to a sequence of notes and reproduce them with the help of Avril's physical and mental powers. The narrative side of Batora is also based on duality, and players will be able to shape their own path thanks to the karma system. During an adventure, Avril will have to make many difficult decisions, and each of them will have heavy consequences that may lead to different outcomes and endings. So, are you ready to meet fascinating creatures, explore mysterious planets, and discover where your decisions will take you? Batora Lost Haven is coming on PC and consoles this fall.
Spoko.
Don't
To,
miss
to
any
też
of the
jest
news
fajna
and
gra.
surprises related to Batora.
Zapowiada się, znaczy
Wishlist
fajnie.
it right now on Steam.
Słyszałem o tej Batorze. O!
As Hilda delves deeper into the quest for her lost father, she will encounter
Też jest właśnie
many
jedna z tych
dangers
gier,
and challenges in the city of Athens.
która...
Let us introduce you to one of the main adversaries that Hilda will have to confront, Eulalia, the Prey. Famous for her beautiful voice, Eulalia used to be the most recognized singer during Athens' glorious golden age. But, like so many others, Eulalia would fall victim to the curse that spread across the city 1,000 years ago. The famine brought on by the Asterigos changed her into something else. She turned to an evil cult, the Ethros, and dedicated herself to it, becoming a symbol by using her reputation and voice to lure more people to join the cult. The encounter starts with Eulalia flying around the top of the seats while sending attacks like voice shock blasts, feather blades, and cyclones. Occasionally, she'll descend to the ground to fight Hilda herself with even more dangerous claw and wing strikes. After some back and forth fights, Eulalia would fly to the sky and use her voice and feather blades to attack
Trochę
Hilda
dziwny
again.
framerate jest.
And this time, she even calls upon several harpy minions to assist her. During this phase, Hilda must fight the minions while watching out for Eulalia's deadly attacks from above. Once Hilda has dealt with the minions, Eulalia will land again, and this time with despair as she will cause feather storms to swoop around the amphitheater. This is when the battle culminates. The feather storms will continually fire sharp blades as Hilda cautiously counters Eulalia's onslaught in close combat. In the end, only the strongest will survive. We hope you enjoy this preview and we can't wait
To
to
tam te
share more
poprzednie
about the
materiały
world of
trochę bardziej mi
Asterigos
się podobały niż to, bo tutaj to gra wygląda... Nie wiem, jakoś tak wolno. Już jakby zabrakło mi jakichś takich VFX-ów finezyjnych w trakcie tego. Ładny efekt. Trochę jak te tajfuny, tak się nazywały, te potworki spray. Harry Potter w koopie. No spoko. Ło, co mi się tak ziewa? No to fajnie wyglądało nawet. Marcel Wlotka. Cóż to jest? Co to, gra o kocie? A, właśnie. To ciekawe. No to fajne.
A tranquil island was hidden from the world. But one day, its shield vanished. The magical Amri once gave life, but now corrupts it. And all creatures, great and small, are being enslaved. Can you save Ikene Island? Embark on an enchanting adventure. Explore a land of secrets. Free and befriend all kinds of animals. And use their
Masa tych gier wychodzi.
new discoveries.
Tak naprawdę prawdopodobnie jeśli zagram jedną z całego tego zestawienia, to będzie i tak dobrze. Ciekawe, czy te gry na siebie zarabiają, czy te studia finansowo czy wyrabiają.
And help develop your hamlet. Grow all kinds of crops on your farm. And craft everything you need to thwart greedy pirates, repel monsters, and uncover mysteries. In time, you can explore and restore peace to Ikone Island. A new Earthlock adventure is about to begin. Ikone Island. Coming soon on Steam.
No i na wszystkie konsole przekaz. Co? Czy to jest jakiś żaba czy kameleon? O krap, jaka nostalgia.
Hey there! Don't you love a fun, upbeat platformer? In Frogan, you take control of Renata, daughter of world-famous archaeologists and inventors. They didn't allow her to accompany them to the dangerous ruins of the Temple of the Elves above, and now, with the help of her trusty Frogan, she must save them and prove that she's a capable explorer too. Jump, zipline, grab, and throw. The Frogan is not only your grappling hook, but also your best friend. With it, you can reach over long gaps or even activate a lever from afar.
Chyba nie ma tak robić, skoro się tam obrywa i się mruga.
Face off against big bug bosses that serve as the guardians between areas. They may look charming, but they're powerful foes.
Trochę jak Kirby z tą mechaniką tego języka wciągania i potem strzelania.
Gallery pictures, tons of medals, and a full bestiary. Be on the lookout for Jake. He's a young treasure hunter who'll stop at nothing to get to the treasure before Renata. Whenever you find him, the race is on.
Tak wygląda mapa, tak? Świata.
Look around for hidden treasure and alternate paths because every level is full of surprises and optional objectives.
No, spoko.
From lush jungles to stinky swamps, snowy mountaintops and lava-filled shrines, the varied ruins ensure you'll need to be prepared for anything. But above all else, be prepared for lots of fun in Frogan.
No, myślałem, że to będzie gorsze, ale wygląda nawet fajnie. Jeszcze nie za bardzo wiem, czemu nie zbiera tego wszystkiego, ale może to tylko tak na potrzeby tego materiału.
I am loving all of the frog games hopping around. Frog Gun and A Time on Frog Island, Animal, oh my god. Ridiculous and amazing premises.
Yeah, Spells and Secrets will definitely have me showing off my magic touch. But Torah, so many solid titles.
Okay, kids, it's GC3 key time. Here is the QR code. Take a snapshot of it for some awesome games from developers and publishers representing the GC Guerrilla Collective. There's a limited time. There's a limited keys. We're going to be popping these up. Okay.
Get it.
That's enough. Okay. Y'all got your keys. Boom.
Up next, we're going to put on our creative caps and get back into strategy, show off some games that are focused on world building, narrative construction, and tending to your magnificent gardens. Let's hop right in and go.
Let's go.
Zaczyna się być ich denerwujący ten styl.
But who said that the post-apocalypse has got to be all dire? In I Am Future, you find yourself on the roof in a sunken and overgrown city once called Cosmopolis, where nature reigns now. Gather food to cook various delicious dishes. Build yourself a base that would work seamlessly. Disassemble the old house appliances to create new stuff out of old parts. Explore Cosmopolis to find useful resources and new friends? I did not expect to see a talking fridge there. Oh well. Get away and start your life fresh in I Am Future. Coming to Steam in 2022. Wishlist now.
Spoko, tylko estetyka wygląda dla mnie jak gra mobilna i
Welcome to Flat-Eye,
Od
a
razu.
premier fuel station and technological hub. As the manager of Flat-Eye, we're entrusting you to provide unparalleled customer service. Let's explore the various modules you'll be tasked with to outfit your station. You'll be able to unlock the new technologies through the profits you earn with excellent customer service, so be attentive. At the start, your module list will be limited, but each new unit placed opens up new menus of possibilities. Take this toilet module you've installed. Thanks to your diligent work stocking shelves and promptly dealing with customer purchases, you now have enough to upgrade it to a smart toilet. We can tell so much by analyzing whatever's going down the drain. With this data, we can now safely open a doctor booth to provide sound medical advice to patrons so they can have their illnesses diagnosed and treated with further iLife branded medical modules. In essence, you have the most important job in the world. Flat-Eye, making decisions for the benefit of everyone.
spoko. Taka gra relaksacyjna, jak ta muzyka, która przygrywa w tle. Kolejny jakiś ekskluzywny materiał? A nie, to jest World Premiere. Ciekawe, czemu nie rozróżniają World Premiere od ekskluzywa.
Dinner's ready.
Be there in just a second, Mom.
There are dark things in this forest, and you are not one of them. You have to help us. Save us. From her. Honey?
Cóż za dramatyczna scena. Jeśli gameplay wygląda tak jak w to, co on grał, to... Jakiś tower defense. O, ale można grać w koopie, to jest akurat fajne. Och, ale się masa dzieje rzeczy.
Look at this, Justin. Another dead plant. I could definitely use some gardening tips.
Show enough, you do not have a green thumb.
To jest dobry moment na zrobienie sobie przerwy na... Ej, co oni z tym kwiatkiem zrobili?
Now for our final segment, we're going to touch your imagination with games that tickle your soul and jiggle your mind. Let's hop into some games that bring a sense of awe, wonder, and give you all the feels.
Jiggle your mind, though?
Jiggle your mind.
Well, let's get to jiggling.
To już widziałem. The Cup na Day of the Devs.
It was a hot, sunny day. Fish died in the lake.
Tylko, że oni powiedzieli, że to jest final segment. Ciekawe czemu.
Those who could escaped to Mars. I ran deep into the forest, where she-wolf raised me with her cubs. Many moons later you returned.
W sumie to już 1,5 godziny leci, więc...
One day I found one of you dead, so I put his helmet on.
Radio nostalgia from Mars. Greetings, all you Martians out there. It's time for another round of radio nostalgia from Mars. Blue skies, warm days, the long-lost summers of our past on Earth. Will we ever return? Stay tuned for more on that.
Aha, bo to jest tak, że ludzkość właśnie tak? Uciekła cała.
A little toddler pop there, taking us back to the days of late-stage capitalism at its finest. Child labor never sounded so sweet.
Radio nostalgia.
Ładniutkie. Fajne.
Hey Slug Cats, I'm Buddy, the community manager for Akupara Games, and today I'd like to introduce you to the 5 new playable Slug Cats coming in Rain World Downpour, our new expansion for Rain World coming soon. If you haven't heard about the Downpour expansion for Rain World, it's
Coś
bringing
kojarzę
a
właśnie
whole
ten
host of
Rain
new
World.
changes, characters, enemies, areas, and more to the Rain World experience. But the thing I really want to dig into today are those 5 adorable new Slug Cats. They are the Rivulet, the Spearmaster, the Saint, the Gourmand, and the Artificer. Up first, let's talk about the Rivulet. This blue little guy has a ton of advantages to living in the harsh, foreboding environment of Rain World. It runs faster, jumps higher, and can breathe underwater, which means it can zip across the map between rainstorms. That's the good news. The bad news is, 1, all that running and swimming burns a ton of calories. 2, Rivulet's hibernation cycles are shorter than any other slug cat. And 3, it doesn't carry much food over from day to day. Play the Rivulet if you you want to be agile, but don't mind stocking up between storms. If you're looking for a little more aggression, though, maybe the Spearmaster will be for you. This spiky slug cat spawns spears, which is a tongue twister that I nailed on the first try. This is my first take, definitely not my fifth one, out of its tail, which means that anytime you can start stabbing spiders, scavengers, or squid cages.
Musiałbym sprawdzić Rain World w ogóle jako tam tą podstawkę. To wygląda ciekawie.
In the dango fruits and slime mold that other slug cats will need to sustain themselves. If you want to survive as Spearmaster, you better be out for blood. Play the Spearmaster if you want to be the predator, hunting down prey and aggressively thriving between rainstorms. But maybe you want the opposite of that aggressive playstyle. Well, the Saint much prefers to avoid confrontations at all costs, which even includes using its long tongue to grapple through areas of the world. If the rivulet is nimble in water, the Saint is acrobatic in the air, and you need to use that aerial finesse to stay high above the danger. The Saint won't even touch a spear, which can leave it a little bit exposed to being hunted down and devoured. Play the Saint if you want to
Ta gra wygląda strasznie hardkorowo, jak się tak próbuje zrozumieć gameplay.
Okay, there's so much more I want to talk about, but I only have like 30 seconds left. There's 2 more slippery slug cats coming in Rain World Downpour, and I swear to God, one of them is the cutest thing you have seen in your life. You know, the other is just kind of cute. Honestly, I'm just saying that to be nice. He's pretty messed up looking. You can go watch an extended cut of this video featuring them right now on YouTube or the Rain World Steam page. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time at the Guerrilla Collective. Cheers.
O kurde. Ale surrealistyczne ten przeżycie. O, szczególnie te ujęcia. Damn. Wygląda nawet całkiem spoko. Co to jest? Exo One. Ekskluzyw na playki. Z tego segmentu na razie to ten Rain World, nawet nie chodzi o to DLC, tylko właśnie interesuje mnie ta gra sama. O tych dziwnych kotach i unikaniu tej wody i tak dalej. No i ten dysk teraz, ten Exo Łączek, co to nazywało. O, nauka języka japońskiego jako gra. To jest ciekawostka też.
Hotel.
I muzyka jak z Persony. O dobra, jak jest skateboardo, no to chyba bym nawet ja skapnął się, o co chodzi.
Candy, my soul is genuinely tickled right now. Those games were so wonderful.
So many amazing games today. It was really incredible.
Over 60 games, it's crazy. Thanks once again to our sponsors and
No, to się już kończy. Myślałem, że będzie 2 godziny. To nawet jest dobrze, bo i tak w większości nie pamiętam tych gier.
Akupara, All In Games, Assemble Entertainment, Aurora Punks, Freedom, Graffiti, Gravity Games Arise, HeroCraft, Modern Wolf, Raw Fury, Tiny Build, and Wired Productions. Also, we cannot forget our broadcasting partners, Twitch, GameSpot, Valve, and IGN.
Dobrze, tak rozumiem.
Gratitude.
You guys, a final reminder to be sure to check out the Guerrilla Collective event.
Dobrze, tak jak mówiłem, nie będę chyba robił żadnego post, jeśli to jest faktyczny koniec. Te gry, które mi się podobały, to wam już mówiłem w trakcie oglądania. Chyba najbardziej z tego wszystkiego to zapamiętałem faktycznie te Nine Nights of Shadow. Zapamiętałem, a tytułu nie dokładnie pamiętam, tak dużo tego wszystkiego było. Ale co, no prawdopodobnie będę mówił po każdym z tych materiałów, że jednak tych ekip, które tworzą gry i tych gier, które wychodzi, pomysłów na gry jest strasznie dużo i ta scena indie jest strasznie, bym powiedział, rozwinięta i ciekawa. Jestem bardzo ciekaw, czy to wszystko na siebie zarabia, nie? Czy to nie jest bańka i czy każdy tak jakby jest w stanie na to wszystko zarobić, więc no zobaczymy. Znaczy no to czas pokaże po prostu, nie? Okej, czyli teraz będzie Wholesome Direct, to ja sobie już go tutaj tak na serio